celebrity and because I became what y'all thought I wasn't going to become. So let me just say that. Yes, I'm a celebrity because Omarion fucked this pussy and I had 2 kids by him. And now little...
I'll arrive 10 minutes early just to let bitches know who they working with.
Welcome back to Conversations with me. I'm your host, KATRINA GIBBS. And I was going to play that audio in full, but she started talking a little raunchy. So, I just didn't play it. But I'll paraphrase what she was saying. And for those who don't know, that's Apryl Jones. Apryl Jones is the baby mom of Omarion. The only reason we know her is because she's the baby mom of Omarion. Now, Omarion and Apryl Jones, they did what every couple shouldn't do, and they invited those Love and Hip Hop cameras in. And I always wonder, whose decision is that? Because even when you was watching that show, and this was years ago, I don't even really remember what year it was, maybe 2016, 2015, I don't know. But when you're watching these shows, and at least the episodes or the season that they were on, you could tell this wasn't a really big decision or a decision that Omarion wanted to be involved in. You can almost tell like he was just like, okay, like, oh, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with you. And I'm just tired of you asking me about this. Like, and this is the way that we just about to, get you out in the spotlight. I want you to use it for your music career. We gonna use it for our relationship, to get us out there and look like a strong force. I'm pretty sure this is the pep talks that at least he was having with her, because he comes from B2K and already being a celebrity. Like, he's not, so, in the headlights of, of being a celebrity or being a star. Like, all that is done. Like, he did that early 2000s when he was a kid. So he's not just like dying for attention. So I'm pretty sure he pep talked her. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this is what we're doing it for. Don't lose focus. And I'm not even going to say midway, but somewhere along the way, she lost focus on what she was really supposed to do. She knows how to sing. That was said on the show, and she was supposed to be a singer, and I'm pretty sure put out some stuff, give us the Cardi B, K Michelle formula, something that we're going to work this to our favor. We're not just going to invite these cameras in because we see how damaging it is to relationships. So let's work it. Somewhere in there. This is why it gets so dangerous in entertainment. And I don't want to just blame, what's her name? Mona Scott and Love and Hip Hop. Although I do want to just blame them. But it's just like, it's so dangerous to be in the entertainment field, like, period. Because you don't know what's ahead of you. You have an idea and you might see the bigger picture for you and yourself and your career. But when you have to attach people to that, it's just like, oh, man. And, are they going to be just as ready as me? And the reason I say that is because in this video, okay, her and Omarion, look, they let them cameras break them up. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I want to blame Mona Scott, because it's just like, damn, in modern day entertainment is Love and Hip Hop breaking up the families. Is it Love and Hip Hop breaking up the families? I'm really asking. Like, I'm not even just saying it to say it like that to y'all. I'm really asking. But the reason I'm saying that is because, do you think they would have still been together if they would have never invited those cameras in? And, potentially now showing us the cracks in their relationship. Okay, y'all didn't work out. You don't then have to go and be some, attention whore on social media. You don't have to do that. Like, you already got your attachment to me. You know what I mean? Like, but then again, you have to go and think, was it a good breakup, bad breakup? Do they co-parent well? Which I think is a myth. But do that work out well for them? Like, it's just so many dynamics. So now the reason that we're seeing her pop up again, because the beginning of the video, that live was old, and the reason that resurfaced is because she is supposedly screwing, dating, whatever you want to call it, with Omarion's bandmate, Little Fizz. Now, the question it's just like, damn, this where the love and hip hop thing comes up again. It's because, Apryl, do you not know how to, do you not have any other talents or skills to where you're just like, damn, I need to come up with some type of story to where I can make it back on these cameras and get back on this show? Because why in the world would you date somebody, basically this man's brother? And the reason I'm saying that they brothers is because they grew up through, adolescent years with each other. You know what I mean? Like young man until grown man. And it's just like, why would you do that? I'm not trying to say that I'm perfect. And that's the thing that I want to get across in this episode. It's like, when I come and do these videos and do these chats and podcast episodes, I do not want to come off like I'm perfect. Because as this channel grows, as my podcast grows, I know I'll say stuff that, maybe 10 years down the line, I'll be like, damn, I said that? I sound stupid. You know what I mean? Like, because naturally, with growth, you're going to change your mind about certain things. So I don't ever want to come on here and act like I'm better than this woman, or I'm better than that man, or I would have did this better. It's just sitting back and being able to look on the outside, looking in, you're just like, how would I handle this situation if it was me? Because, as this grows bigger, entertainment is what I'm entering. You know what I mean? So it's just like, how do you handle this? How do you handle being attached to somebody and, dealing with their attention whorism? Like, oh my God, you just willing to pull it. You willing to do whatever to just stay in the limelight. You know what I mean? So I don't ever want people to get the, what word am I looking for? Basically, I don't want to ever misrepresent myself to where that when you guys in the public see cracks in my foundation, that then you'll be like, oh, bitch, you ain't perfect. Oh, yeah. Then it's just time to point the finger. You know what I mean? And that's why you just say, I'm not perfect. Y'all know I'm not perfect. I'm living life just like y'all living life. You know what I mean? I'm human just like y'all human. But for the most part, I would like to handle all of my discretions behind closed doors in privacy. That's why you don't see every aspect of my life. You know what I mean? And then it's like being accountable, willing to check yourself and all that. Because even in another video, I was that Regine and YFN Lucci video that I did about her breaking up. And, somebody jumped in my comments and said that, don't come down on Regine. And this is our problem, but I'll just say what the girl was saying. She said, don't come down on Regine because listen, and then this is the part that was tripping me out. Don't come down on Regine, but even though you was dropping gems and you was telling her the correct stuff, she should leave that dude. It's just like, that nigga ain't shit. Like, stop trying to make it seem like he the one in the right. He was a clown for doing what he did. And the thing that women, period, point blank, the thing that women need to understand is that I can't speak to man and make them change their mind. That's not my stance. That I feel like that is a feminist stance. And when if you heard my channel before, being a feminist, that's some fake shit. Just like women empowerment is fake shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to try to change a man's mind, but I can't talk to you like a sister. Ain't that what we talking about? And ooh, sis. You know what I'm saying? I can't come to you like a sister and be like, hey, slow your roll. You don't need to be doing all that, whether it's hard or whether it's soft. Whether I'm talking to you nicely, sugarcoating it, or if I'm just saying, hey, bitch, stop. Like, I can't do that with, you know what I mean? And it's just like, hey, I'd rather want to check another woman on her behavior before I check a man, because I hope and I pray that it's men out there checking other men on their behavior. The fuck I look like telling these, oh, girl, you can't keep perpetuating that cycle talking about niggas ain't shit. Okay, niggas ain't shit, but you still dealing with them. Now what? You just gonna keep dealing with ain't shit ass niggas? Or you gonna fall back, become better, and then try to get your mind together and fuck enough to where you're not dealing with or looking for or attracting an ain't shit ass nigga? You, like, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to try to check man and say niggas ain't shit. Okay, if they ain't shit, well, that's you dealing with that ain't shit ass nigga. You know what I mean? Bitch, especially if you ain't got no ties, move the fuck on. And as far as that Regine shit, she can move the fuck on. Look, let me calm down, because I be getting so, like, tight at some stuff. It's just because it's like, let's look at things and be logical in what we're talking about. We can't just keep riding on this, he ain't shit, so I ain't gonna be shit. Like, stop trying to match people's ain't nothingness. You know what I mean? Like, why? I'm trying to match your greatness. And if I could ever get to that level, just keep me on the path to where I can, potentially grow, and we can grow together once I get there. But for you to just keep trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to outdo you in the worst way. That does not make any sense to me. But yeah, listen, I've said a lot. But I was just saying, though, like, you're allowed to have cracks, so don't come to people acting as if you're perfect. And like in this situation with Apryl and, Omarion and, B2K, it's just like, man, she's doing whatever she wants to do to, maintain the spotlight. And it's not even a lot of spotlight. Like Apryl Jones, it ain't a lot of people that know you, baby. So what is it worth? Is it worth it? Because, a lot of people, the first thing people say is, what about when your kids see this? Excuse me. And things like that. Like, what about when your kids see this? What happens next? And then, a lot of people is just like, oh, well, my kids don't be on the internet. That'd be the first thing they say. Like, oh, okay. Your kids, the only kids that don't be on the internet. Okay, what about their friends that be on the internet? What about when they go to school, when their kids got, their Instagram going and they see your mama on? What about then? What about your kid being teased? And that's why I'm saying I'm not perfect, but I don't want to ever misrepresent myself online. I almost, I came out of the bag with one post, and somebody even called me and was just like, and it wasn't even an extreme post, but I was calling somebody a name, and somebody called me and was just like, basically like, that's not the definition of that, da 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 da. And it was just like, I felt it, and I don't really have any ill feelings towards this person, but you're right. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Just, we're in a state to where we have to take accountability for the things that we are doing. So if you're in a situation where you pick the ain't shit ass person, then take accountability for that and step out of the situation if you can. But if you can't, then you have to be logical, as if you're dealing with a kid and, stuff like that. It really just a kid. Like, it's just time to be logical, see the bigger picture, rather than, oh, I'm scorned and I'm hurting, so I'm going to make you hurt. No one wins in that situation. And I know a lot of people sit around here and say, oh, duh, that's just common sense. But a lot of us just don't use it. We just don't use it. We just go out here and just still act off of our emotions. Hit that subscribe button, bell notification as well, so you can get every episode that drops. You can also hit, that PayPal and Cash App. Conversations with me.
Conversations with me. I got to listen to it.